My wife thought she could humiliate me, but her scheme backfired in the face of my ultimate revenge. Laughter cut to the banquet hall, like shards of glass, slicing into my pride. Every gaze was on me, some full of pity, others smirking with amusement, as Emma, my wife, took center stage, microphone in hand, grinning with a confidence that could slice steel. "Ladies and gentlemen," she announced, voice dripping with drama, "you all know my husband, Ryan, the man who believes he's the perfect gentleman. But tonight, let's see just how perfect he really is." My heart thudded in my chest. I didn't yet know her plan, but the tension was unmistakable. This wasn't just a dinner party. It was a trap. It all began 6 months earlier, when I started noticing subtle changes in Emma. 9 years of marriage had taught me that no union is flawless, but ours had once been full of laughter, mutual respect, and quiet, comfortable affection. Lately, though, she had grown distant, cold even. Her phone was always glued to her hand. She came home late from work dinners. The little rituals we shared had all but disappeared. At first, I assumed she was stressed, dealing with something personal. I offered support, offered to talk, to listen, to help. But every attempt was twisted against me. I was accused of being controlling, paranoid, or imagining problems that didn't exist. I kept trusting her, until that night I accidentally saw her messages. It was 2 a.m. I woke up thirsty and walked to the kitchen. Her phone sat on the counter, screen glowing from a new text. I didn't intend to snoop, but the preview was enough. "Can't wait for tomorrow night. Beautiful. He won't know what hit him." My stomach dropped. Opening the chat confirmed my worst fears. She wasn't just cheating. She was mocking me. Her lover, Derek, a smarmy, arrogant co-worker who flirted just a little too freely at company events, had been colluding with her to publicly embarrass me at the company's anniversary gala. The same gala where friends, family, and colleagues would all be watching. Their goal was clear: humiliate me, flaunt her real man in front of everyone, destroy my reputation socially and emotionally. For days I barely slept. Betrayal cuts deep, but intentional humiliation is a wound that gnaws at the soul. I refused to let her win. Instead of confronting her immediately, I played along. I acted normal, even sweeter than usual. I made her breakfast, complimented her dress, offered to help her get ready for the gala. The more I smiled, the guiltier she looked, but she didn't stop. She assumed I was clueless. Meanwhile, I quietly gathered evidence. Screenshots, text records, recorded calls where she laughed at me, proof from a private investigator confirming their affair. Everything I needed to turn the tables. The night of the gala arrived. Emma looked breathtaking in a silver gown that shimmered under the chandeliers, the seat wrapped in elegance. She kissed my cheek and whispered, "Try not to embarrass me tonight." Oh, the irony! Derek smirked from across the room, and the two exchanged knowing glances, convinced they were untouchable. I greeted guests, smiled, made small talk, while anticipation throbbed in my chest. I knew exactly what was about to unfold. Halfway through the evening, the host announced a surprise from Emma. She strutted to the stage, grabbed the mic, and began joking about men who failed to keep their wives happy. The audience laughed, oblivious of the venom beneath her words. Then came the dagger. "Ryan, honey," she called, "tell everyone what it feels like to be married to someone out of your league." Laughter erupted again. My throat tightened, but I forced a calm smile. I took the mic from her. "You're right, Emma," I said, voice steady. "I don't deserve you, but maybe everyone should see who you really are." I gestured to the projector. Within seconds, her secrets filled the screen. Messages, photos, call logs, texts mocking me, plans to humiliate me, even a photo of her with Derek in a hotel room. Silence swept through the hall. Emma's face went pale. "Ryan, stop," she hissed, but I pressed on, playing a short audio clip of her telling Derek, "He's too naive to ever find out. I'll destroy him before I leave." Gasps erupted. Some guests covered their mouths. Others stared in shock. "Ladies and gentlemen," I said, turning back to the crowd, "I may have been naive, but I am not stupid. I believed in love, loyalty, but tonight I learned trust, once broken, cannot be rebuilt. Emma, I hope your little show was worth it." because now it's over. I handed back the mic and walked off stage, leaving stunned silence in my wake. The next day, the video went viral. Emma's reputation collapsed. She was suspended from work. Derek was fired for violating workplace ethics. Their affair became a public humiliation for them, not me. Revenge didn't erase the pain, but it restored my dignity. I spent months rebuilding myself, focusing on work, therapy, and rediscovering who I was before letting her define my worth. Months later, I received a letter from Emma, an apology. She admitted she didn't know why she acted that way, jealous of my calm and decency, while feeling unfulfilled. I read it once, then threw it away. Some things don't deserve closure. Now, when people ask about that night, I smile and say, she planned to humiliate me, but in the end, she only destroyed herself. Because the truest revenge isn't rage. It's reclaiming your peace while they drown in the mess they made.